Alright guys, welcome. I want to do an updated tutorial on this game After Infection, on how you would go about creating your own dedicated server. A little while ago I made a video. There was something that I wasn't aware of at the time, and I've recently become aware of, and that is if you're running this off, say, a dedicated machine, or a machine that doesn't have Steam installed, you are going to need to go ahead and install Steam. Now, I already had Steam installed on my dedicated machine. That is why that I wasn't aware of it. But people in Discord are like, "Oh, I've got my server set up, but I don't see it in the server list." And the dev was like, "Have you got Steam installed?" And they're like, "No." And this has happened like multiple times. And they go install Steam, and what do you know? It starts to work. So I'm like, okay, that's something I've now recently discovered. I'm going to need to make a update for this because people are watching my old video and they're like, it doesn't show that. So this is why this video is coming in, as well as explain now you do need to have Steam installed. I'm going to carry on with this video and show you the process of setting up a server, so I can actually delete that old video, which is pretty much no good at this point, and everyone can just watch this video instead. Right. Anyway, that said, make sure you've got Steam installed. Go to this website, which is the second thing you want to do. Go to this website and click download server and download the files. I already have them on my desktop and I've actually got them unzipped ready, but this is my desktop now. We are going to switch over to my dedicated desktop. But make sure when you download the files, you'll download as a zip, you unzip them, and you'll get this folder which says server v5. Server v5. Now, remember, depending on when you watch this video, depending on what update you download, this this folder name will be different depending on what version the server is at. So yeah, right, I'm going to switch over to my dedicated desktop. I've already gone ahead and made some changes, but I will talk you through them. Alright, so we're now on my dedicated machine. Right, now this is the folder that I've extracted and downloaded. The only difference is I've changed the name. I've just right-clicked and I've renamed it. So instead of it saying server v5, it now says After Infection Test. I would recommend, you change the name. If you When you download the mission files and you extract it into the folder, go ahead and just rename it to whatever you want. Once you've done that, you want to open it up and you'll get all this. Now, what you want to do is you want to open up Server Management EXE by double clicking on it. Now, I've already got it open here. Mine's already down here. And this is where you would go ahead and, you make the changes for your server. Go ahead and put your ports in. Now, if you are doing this mainly from your own sort of network, from your own computer, but I do believe some dedicated machines you will need to do it too. I never, but make sure you go and port forward these ports if that's something you need to do, because there's two reasons why the servers don't work. One is the Steam thing. If you don't have Steam installed on the server that you're on, the machine that you're running the server from, it won't work. Also, if you don't port forward the ports correctly in your router settings, they're not going to work. So make sure if you're not, if you've got any issues and your server's not showing or anything, you actually go and port forward your ports and make sure you've got Steam installed. Then you just go through the rest of this as you normally would. Choose the server name and go through the rest. Put your server IP in as well. Make sure as well up the top here, if you're changing the restart timer, you change it there, and you also change it down on this link where it says server restart timer, and you put it there as well. So you're changing the restart timer twice. And then go through the rest of this, put whatever settings you want. Then you'll get to your admin ID. Your admin ID is your Steam 64 ID. If you're not sure how to get that, there is plenty of videos on YouTube explaining you how you go about getting your Steam 64 ID. Once you've done that, you pretty much click save, and then you would click server start. Now mine says server stop because it's already started. For you, that'll say server start. Go ahead and click that, and then what you'll do is you'll get up a little a box like this, a console window like this, saying your server started. Yeah, and the reason you need your Steam 64 ID is because that's going to give you admin controls for your server. Right, Now, my server's already started. I'm going to switch over into the game and show you my servers in the list. We'll show you me joining it, and you can actually see this way it works. So, yeah, I'll go and do that now. Alright, so we booted the game up. We'll go into multiplayer. Let server list load up. And, yeah, right there you can see Live to Survive test. 25 players is what we kept it as. And if we just click on it, this should log straight in. Any second now. And there we go. And you can see we are in on the server. So just to recap, make sure you've got Steam installed on the machine that you're running the server from. And make sure you do port forward your ports. If you do need to port forward, mainly if it's on your own network. I think some dedicated machines may need to open the ports. But yeah, apart from them, they're the only two things you need to really make sure you get done for you to get the server up and running. Anyway, hope that clears things up. Until next time, guys, have fun and peace out.